Here's a Lakewood Box fan I found at a garage sale today. This is model P-223 from 1986. If the date code on the stator is to be believed, I think it was 86F8. Was what was stamped on the side of the stator. I kind of wondered if this was a little bit newer than that, though, because it has feet on it. It's only a 5-inch wide cabinet. The second generation were 6-inch cabinets, and they did not have feet. This one has feet on it, which is kind of strange. It has also it has a little bit of a slimmed down Macmillan motor. This one only draws 2.1 amps. The second gen Macmillan motors drew 2.7. It's in the beige color scheme with the dark brown Lakewood 3-speed label. It's also a different blade from the second generation fans. They went a little bit cheaper on the blade, it looks like. I have not done anything to this fan. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't oiled it, I haven't done anything. It's pretty much as is the way that I found it today, so it's pretty clean. All things considered, it has a little bit of surface rust starting on the cabinet, but that's really, as far as I can tell, the worst thing about it. It's got one broken slat there that's easily repairable. That was the only broken slat I could find on the whole thing. Fan looks pretty good. I think these are still somewhat common. I guess I'm not sure. If I had to guess, if you were going to go out to garage sales all day or thrift stores or whatever looking for a Lakewood box fan, I would bet if you did find one, it would probably be one of these, just because they were still well-made fans at this point. I think that these probably have a lot longer longevity than the 90s box fans did. I think that these were really good fans at the time. Maybe not as good as the second generation ones, but they were still really well-made fans. Very quiet too, comparably speaking. We'll start it on the low speed. I did start this up once earlier. I plugged it in and turned it on just to make sure that it ran, but other than that, I haven't really ran it at all. So we'll start it on low. And yeah, it does have kind of a slow startup. I don't know if the oil is gummed up in it or if that's just how these fans were. I don't really remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen a third generation Lakewood box fan run in person. We used to have one of these at my dad's house growing up. We only had 2 fans in the whole house. And they were both Lakewood box fans. There was one of these, and then we had a second generation in the blue color. But I haven't seen those fans in decades. It's probably been 20 years since I've seen either of those fans. I asked my dad if he still had them, but apparently they're long gone. He was a little confused why I was interested in finding them. I don't think he realized that Lakewood doesn't make these fans anymore. He said, well, can't you just go out and buy one? Can't you still get those? I said, no, they haven't made those in a long time. He was just totally oblivious that these fans are no longer in production. It's pretty amazing. This fan is dead quiet on low speed. It was a very gentle breeze. whisper quiet in comparison to the second generation fans, which are very bassy and have quite a hum on all 3 speeds. Here's medium. Medium speed's also very quiet. Moves more air. Blade's a little out of balance. The hub makes it look like it's more out of balance than I think it really is, because the vibration's not really there, but looking at the hub, it looks like it would be pretty bad. Very quiet compared to the second generation fans. Kind of surprised. Go to the high speed. Okay, that's more like it. Well, the high speed sure sounds a lot more like what I was expecting out of this. The low and the medium speed are very quiet. You know what? This kind of reminds me of the Cool Operator fan. The motor on that fan also has a really mellow low and medium speed, but then when you turn it up to high, it's really the draw on the high speed is so much more than the low and the medium speed. I'll go through them one more time. Here's low again. You can hear the startup sound back there. We'll go to medium. Still pretty quiet, and then high. I like that though. I like that the low and the medium speeds are really mellow and quiet, but then if you need to crank it up for whatever reason, you can with the high speed. Just like the Cool Operator fan. I'm guessing that the Macmillan motor on this fan is probably the same as the one that's on that fan. I guess we'll run through the startup sounds, because it does have startup sounds. So do the high speed first. Startup sounds, I guess, aren't quite as good as the second generation fans, but they are there. Here's medium. And the low. Wow, really quiet low speed. Pretty happy with that. Here's the sticker information, by the way. The motor, anyway. There is another sticker in the bottom of the cabinet. See if we can get a look at that. Model P-223. This sticker says 2.7 amps. The motor sticker says 2.1. Anyway, pretty good find. Pretty happy I found this. Cool fan, just like one that we used to have back in the day. They are still out there. Awesome. Thanks for watching.